Dana Barrett asked Dr. Venkman, why do you like being a Ghostbuster? He replied, same reason I asked you out, 'cause busting makes me feel good.
Ugh, that's tasteless.
No, ma'am, that's tasteless.
Movie review, bitches!
I saw my baby crying hard as babe could cry. What should I
What
do?
could I do? My baby's gone and long. I don't know. Left my baby blue. Nobody knew what kind of magic spells to use.
Slime and snails.
Oh,
And
puppy
dogs' tails. Thunder and lightning.
And baby
Baby
said,
said, put a finger in his ass. Woo! Dance. Dance, magic dance.
dance, magic dance.
Slap that baby, make him squeal. That's what they say. I think that's what they say. Slap that baby, make him squeal. Tasteless adjacent, movie review, Labyrinth. I am Jay Chowder. We have both.
Nothing, tra-la-la.
Slopdog?
You have no power over me.
That's right, motherfuckers. You got no power over the Slopdog. She's the one making the rules. She's going to sit on your face, legs donut it, and then tell you to fucking hit the bricks, bitch.
Tra-la-la.
No power over the Slopdog, bitch. Or whatever. And anyway, Labyrinth, this is a fucking delicious movie. Watch it as kids, and it's just so weird to rewatch it as an adult. You see, like, I don't know, there's definitely stuff that is like, you're like, shouldn't be a kid's movie. This is a little weird. And fucking David Bowie's fucking, it should be XXX with his fucking dick bulge constantly in your face. I'm glad this movie's never in 3D. Fucking have to suck Bowie's dick to watch this movie. And good God, like, right?
Is
like,
Is it me or is he giving off serious wine aunt energy? Like that hair, and then he's very like flamboyant. He's just like ordering people around.
Yeah.
And his eye makeup.
Yeah, drunk at Christmas, ordering people around, digging her hands randomly in people's fucking pants. You're like, Jesus Christ, Aunt Betty, relax. And she's like, fuck off, it's Christmas, you know? Oh
And she stuffs a loaf of bread in her pants and points it at people.
Dance, magic.
Hope
dance.
you like cheese sandwiches.
Yeah. If you've never seen Labyrinth, hit pause. Because we're gonna do some spoilers here. If you have seen it, just keep listening and enjoy yourself. It's just a fun hang. Hashtag enjoy the hang. About this movie, girl, she's been a little bit of a spoiled cunt. She's like 14, 15. And Jennifer Connelly, by the way, right? Who you don't realize it's her until you and then you're like, oh my God, she's a fucking child in this movie. And you watch it, and it's just like, so she's a little bit of selfish of a kid, like all teenagers are kind of twats. And then she's like gonna watch her little baby brother, and then she's like obsessed with princesses and goblins because she's alone by herself, ranting about goblins and princesses, and she's not even hanging out with friends. She's not even like doing like a thing like in Role Models, where at least there's a bunch of fucking nerds together. She's just a lonely nerd out there ranting about fucking goblins and all this other shit. So she just comes home mad. She has to stop playing with herself in the field, and then so she's like, Goblin King, take this child away. But there really is a Goblin King, and then the Goblin King takes her little brother. She realizes it, and she's like, oh my God, I gotta go find my brother. So she has to go through this labyrinth where the guy's like, just let me keep your brother. It doesn't matter. You're free of him. He was played by David Bowie. And she's like, nope. So she has to get through the labyrinth by a certain time to save her brother. That's the bone and skinny of this movie. So she's on her way, and it's just the stuff that happens in the labyrinth is just so. As I rewatch,
it's crazy. It's delusional. But just to start,
I watched a little high. It was great. Like it was like
you watch everything high. Honestly, you didn't get high. It wasn't like a special occasion. The garage smells like Uncle Chowder.
But did you guys notice at the very, very beginning, right? She comes home and the stepmother, says, oh, you should have been home a while ago. You're going to watch the baby first. And she's mean to her. And I'm like, And I'm looking at this stepmother, and my husband was watching it with me, and I'm like, how old do you think this woman's supposed to be? Like, legit, like how old? And he's like, I don't know, like late 40s, 50s. I'm like, there's no way, because she just had a baby, so she can't be that old, right? But
Right.
they make her look so old. So I actually looked up her age because I was being nosy, and because they don't tell you her age, but in real life, the woman that played that part at that time was 31.
Get the fuck
Holy
out of here.
shit.
Seriously? I would have never guessed that woman was 31. Not in a million years. I was like, she's 31? Like, oh my
I think
God.
I look old now, right? But then when you look in the mirror, like, do I have rose-colored glasses on? I'm like, I look a little old, but I'm okay. Like, because I see other people who are like my age or a little older, and I'm like, no, they look fine. They don't look that old. I think it's just kind of as you get, monkey in the zoo, you can't smell your own smell, like kind of a thing. Like it's just
But,
like we've
31
grown up together.
Like she's like 15 years younger than we are. Like,
It was
Come on now.
it was a different time, and like even when she says like, well, you should be out on dates and stuff. It's like she's 15. Why are you pushing your 15-year-old daughter out to pimp her out? Like
Yeah.
let her be a kid. This was a time period which was nice. A 15-year-old girl got to be a 15-year-old girl. Like if they didn't want to go out and try to get dick, then they could just, be kids and live in a fantasy world and still have stuffed animals. Like, that's okay. Nowadays, 14 and 15-year-old girls are frickin' on TikTok half naked. It's ridiculous. I would fucking lose my mind if I had a daughter. Ugh.
Put on a meltdown there for a minute. And,
No, but seriously, and Jennifer Connelly was actually 14 when this movie was made. So
and it makes it even creepier because how old is David Bowie? Like 40?
yes.
let me look it up.
It's like he is like in this movie. He's creepy, but like not like he wants to fuck her, but not fuck her. And then he wants to fuck the kids, but not fuck the kids.
He was
fuck
38.
the goblins, but not fuck the goblins. I don't know.
He's what?
38.
38. Okay. But either way, even if he's 38 and she's 14, no, that's a big no.
Right. He's
Put
really
it
like
on your
Red
pants,
Loaf.
Goblin King. Nobody wants to see that.
He's got fucking teeth like
But
goblins.
I
Like,
don't
Jesus
think
Christ.
that he was like, I know her side of the story is that he loved her and he gave her the power. I don't think he was interested in girls. Not that he was gay, but I don't think he was interested in like young girls. I think it was more that he picked girls that would give up children. So this way he had a god complex and he could steal these children and turn them into goblins. So he had servants. He had people that worshipped him. He was the king, and all the goblins were actually children over the years that he had stolen from these whiny little
Isn't that
teenage girls.
creepy? That all those goblins are like kids.
Yeah,
and
that's
why they
creepy.
can't fight for
Yeah.
shit. Which I don't remember that fight at all at the end of the movie. Like before she goes in the building, I don't remember them guards coming. I don't remember that. But anyway,
I do. It was definitely there.
I'm sure it was there. I just don't remember it. But I just like that's why they can't fight for shit. And then he's stealing all these kids. It's fucking creep. And he's just like, laugh, right? Like I thought that was the funny part of the movie is no one laughs, so he's like gonna tell them to laugh. Well, go ahead and laugh. And they're like, ah!
Yeah, he just constantly needs more babies to create more goblins to perpetuate his god complex.
Because he's a narcissist, which I
He's
never
a
like.
narcissist.
Because I never picked up on that till this time around. And in the end with the speech when he's talking to her at the very end, and he's like, what does he say? I'll rule you. How does he say it? Shit.
I'll never ask anything of you, but let me rule you. What?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at everything I've done for you. And I'm like, what? You fucking twisted narcissistic prick.
He's like,
he goes, you fear me, love me, do as I say, and I will be your slave.
Man,
So
I was
creepy,
that made me so angry. Like I was very angry. I was scared. I was like, fuck that fucking piece of shit. I was so mad, and I'm like, whoa. And then seriously, like this brought something out in me because then I had a dream that night that I was holding a baby, okay, in my dream, and then I was with my ex, who we all know how lovely that person is, and like we're standing on like the edge of like a cliff, and we're looking out, and we're like, I think we're supposed to be on vacation, like look at like a view, like oh look at the nice view, and for some reason I have to step in front of him to like get around him, and he pushes me, and I'm hanging on the edge, and I'm still trying to hold the baby, and I'm trying to hold myself up, and I'm like, oh my God, and I'm like, take the baby, and he's like, oh. I'm like, oh my fucking God, like that caused that dream. I swear to God, this caused that dream.
This is brought back therapy bills. This movie. Yeah, dude, we like that end speech is like so creepy and just so fucking weird. Like, and he's just like, like, you coward, and I didn't do anything. Like, well, that's so fucking nice of you. She's cowering because you're a fucking maniac. And you're just like, well, I didn't do anything. I didn't fucking hit you. Like, it's like a husband.
I'm just pointing my bulge out at you and my freaking crazy hair and my mascara.
So again, for anybody listening, I ask nothing of you. Let me rule you, right, is what he says. And then he says, fear me, love me, let me control you, or something like that, right? And I forgot the last thing is, and then he says, and I will be your slave. Like, that's so fucked up in a kid's movie. I'm like, what am I watching here? What the fuck are we watching? And
it has a lot of dark undertones.
Dude, everything. And then, like, I think Hoggle, like, straight off the box, he's gay, right? Loves jewelry. Give me that jewelry. It's got to be plastic. Like, like at the end where it's like, if you need us. I remember Bone being like, what'd you say, Bone, they were going to do?
It's like, if you need us. There's like a goblin. Like, she's like, she just feels like she needs a goblin gangbang one day. A puppet gangbang. That was They all just show up. Woo!
Gay Hoggle. She's like, you like plastic, Hoggle? Take this fucking plastic dildo in your asshole. He's like,
the question is, too, it's
make
like,
him walk straight.
Was this real, or was this just a fantasy of a young girl who was on the cusp of adulthood trying to hold on to her youth and innocence?
I don't know. This is fucked up. Like,
you mean you take LSD in her bedroom and fucking...
I was thinking maybe it was the 80s, so remember all the acid rain in the 80s? So maybe like there was some kind of chemicals in the rain that made her hallucinate when she got home.
Blame it on the rain.
That's falling.
Because every aspect of the dream, or whatever this was in her room. Like, I love that slow pan through her room, and you see like a statue of Hoggle, you see David Bowie, you see the Goblin King, and if you're looking at the newspapers, and if you pause, her mother was an actress and fell in love and left her father for an actor who was played by David Bowie.
Oh.
So that's where the Goblin King being David Bowie comes from, is the actor who her mother left her for and her father for was David Bowie.
David Bowie. Oh, okay. All right. Well, this is pretty complex, but still, like, this is pretty complex for a children's movie. Like, leave it to the 80s to, like, make something like this. They wouldn't make something like this now. Like, no.
And it's a Jim Henson film. You know what I mean? There's so many dark Jim Henson films. Like, look at The Dark Crystal. I love that film too. It's so dark. But it's so many dark undertones. And like,
I was terrified of that. The skepsis and oh my God, I was fucking terrified of that as a kid.
I don't like the Dark Crystal fucking stinks. I hate it. And but like, if you're saying this is like all in her mind, this bitch needs some counseling, dude. What's in this fucking labyrinth is like counseling material. I'd be afraid this bitch would kill me in my sleep if this is the case.
Well,
yeah, what the fuck?
Her music box looks like her. That's her when she's in the dream after she eats the peach. Like the upside down room where all the stairs are everywhere. That's a poster on her wall. She has like a little game of a labyrinth. Hoggle, the puppets with that rip off their heads and stuff. She has one of them. Like,
they give me the fucking creeps,
or whatever his name is. Like, they're like, all of it is in her room already. The Goblin King, like I said, is the actor who her mother left her for. Like, it's just like such a psychiatry lesson. Like, it's crazy.
She's bound up in a chair, fucking chewing on a leather strap so she doesn't eat her tongue. And then it's like, what? It's like, dance, magic, dance. The fucking therapist is like fucking teabagging her eyes.
And she hates Toby because Toby is a perfect representation of her family that she lost, and her evil stepmother, whether she's evil or not. It's like a part, like her, what she grew and what she knew, so she takes it out basically on Toby. She hates him. And like when she said, she feels like a slave doing chores all day. I'm like, bitch, you're quoting poetry in the park.
Yeah, like, get over yourself.
I love the first thing she sees though when she goes to Labyrinth, Hoggle pissing into the fucking just a pissing dwarf. A kids movie, just an opening scene. Guy
Like I
pissing.
peeing in the water,
Just
yeah.
like, what the fuck? And then you were talking about those firefly people, the furries or the fireys or whatever the fuck, heading down with creep me the fuck. Since I was a kid, they creep me out, and even as an adult, I'm like, those are fucking creepy. Like, I'd be afraid out of nowhere they just fucking bite your neck out or something. Like, get the fuck out of here, trying to rip your head off and shit. I don't know. Do you guys get that vibe from those things? Or
They're weird, you know. They want to rip her head off, and they don't. They are, they could switch all their body parts and stuff, and they don't understand why she can't. And they get very menacing at the end after she throws their heads, and they want to rip her head off and stuff. And
just throw somebody's
it's kind of dark.
Weird. That's just like, what the hell? Like, I don't know. Like, that part's like cocaine induced, I feel.
There
were so many
cool
parts.
Shit
Like
in
the
this movie, like
hands, when she falls in the tunnel, and like she's like in a grope cage.
Yeah,
feels like it's right out of Chowder's fucking love, like his diary or something.
Dude, I remember a thing on HBO. It was called Real Sex, or Real Sex, and it was on late at night. And they had one of them where you would go like to sex parties, and like two people get in a box and they're naked and they're fucking, but there are all holes in the box. So you can reach your hand in and feel around and squeeze or do whatever you want to do. And yeah, I thought of that when that part came on. I was like, oh my god, it's like the real sex. People's putting their hands in and fucking squeezing this poor girl. Ugh. Hello? And
she said down. She said down. Too late now.
But all the hands, how the hands came together and how they looked like faces was so awesome. All the different ways you can make a face out of
really cool.
hands. Yes. I fucking love that. There's just so much cool shit in the Labyrinth. Like when Hago goes, when she goes down and he breaks out a door and just opens it. And he's like, oh, first thing it's like a fucking broom closet.
Then it's a regular door.
Oh, that's awesome! How the door just opens.
I thought he died and had a heart attack.
No, my phone. Someone keeps trying to ring it. And then talking rocks. The talking rocks I thought were awesome. And then like the dog who has to protect the bridge when they win him over. He's like, I still can't let you over unless I give permission. Like, can we have your permission?
I think he's a fox.
Yeah, you got my permission, and lets him go. I thought he was a dog. I thought he was a dog riding like a retarded dog.
Is he a fox or a dog?
Like,
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I thought he was a fox too, but that could be wrong. I have no idea.
I thought it was like how Goofy can talk and Pluto can't. And you're like, well, what's the situation here? And so,
wait, I thought his name was Bluto.
It's like, this guy can talk.
Pluto or Bluto?
I don't know.
Well, in Mickey Mouse, his name is Pluto.
Pluto, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the big beast, Bluto.
No, I mean like in like how Disney, it's weird how there's Goofy and Pluto. Like one talks, but the other dog doesn't talk at all. Now this one, I thought he was a dog, but I guess he's a fox. But he talks, and the dog doesn't. He rides, doesn't say anything.
Someone told me that Goofy's not a dog. Goofy's supposed to be a cow.
What? A cow?
I disagree.
Cows are girls.
I know. I don't know.
Bull?
Maybe he's a bull.
I've never heard of that in my life.
I did.
It's a fucking lie.
Look it up.
Whoever told you that, tell them they're an asshole. And maybe, I don't know. Hey, you listen to this podcast? Fucking asshole. He ain't no fucking cow. Fucking dog.
5 stars.
No, it's listening. That's one less listener. Now we got none. And but it was just like so much crazy weird stuff. Like I kind of loved it. Like I love that there's that little worm. Hello, and then he's like, "Oh, come in." You know? Just a worm. I think subconsciously I started writing a sketch, and I think that's what it's from. It's like Tuck the Snail. He gives directions, like like don't go left, don't go right. But like he's like always trying to fuck whoever. He's like, "Hey, I'm Tuck the Snail. The snail. I'm Tuck the Snail. Tuck the Snail likes to fuck." And they're like, "What?" So he's always like, and like he just like pops out of nowhere, and someone's like hiking up like a Mount Everest or something. He's like, "Oh, hello." He's like, "Hello, how are you?" He's like, "Oh, good. I'm Tuck the Snail. I'll give directions here and just don't go left. It's unsafe. You want to go right." And he's like, "All right, well, thanks. This is weird, but I definitely appreciate it." And he's like, "Awesome, you want to fuck?" And they're like, "What?" And they're like, so everybody who goes past him, he gives advice: don't go left. and then he's always trying to fuck everybody. Like, and then so I kind of got that idea, I think, from this movie Labyrinth subconsciously, where that worm gives direction.
I think you might have. So
Wow.
Goofy is not a dog or a cow. Yeah,
I don't keep
he's
the offer.
a anthropomorphic character with canine
Hermaphrodite?
traits. I
He's a
don't know.
hermaphrodite. He's a hermaphrodite with dog features.
I guess so.
Oh
What
my
the
god!
You've learned it here, folks.
hell?
He's got Goofy's a pat.
I'd probably suck it.
It's Pat.
I'd probably suck it.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
Goofy. Oh, this really makes us good.
But
I'll eat your pussy or your dick.
the bog of eternal stench. I never
Oh.
realized how much those look like assholes.
I said the same thing. I'm like, oh, it looks like an asshole.
Little pucker assholes. The bog of eternal stench reminds me of a men's room airport bathroom at 5 a.m.
Ah.
That's what it sounds
I
like.
love.
It sounds like there's like 12 people freaking stepping in mud.
I love that. Like though, for like the rest of my years as an adult, if someone like would let a fucking real ripper or someone like just stunk, you're like, oh my, or like someone shit in the bathroom really bad, you'd be like, it's the bog of eternal stench. Oh my god! Like I'd always referenced it my whole life, like from time to time. If something smelled really awful, I would just say it's like the bog of eternal stench, and it would like make me laugh. And I remember watching this movie again. I was like, oh, that's right. This is like where it comes from. This is like, you know, with the puckering assholes and the stepping in mud. I remember going to jury duty and sharing a urinal. Well, not sharing a urinal. Standing by a urinal with another guy. And
Urinal.
Oh my god.
I picture Chowder just sitting on the urinal taking a shit and somebody's pissing on his dick.
I'm like hit it like a balloon, you know, like the dick rises and the fucking you get a prize. Pull out a fucking stuffed panda bear for him.
Fill up his mouth. His dick gets harder.
I'd probably suck it.
And it hits my fucking sensor in my pecker hole, right? Gets that good sweet spot, fucking raising the bridges, baby. And so he's standing next to me at the urinal. And I remember he's just old and he's just like, because now I do it, so it made me laugh. Because now he's just like pissing and farting as he's pissing. He's just like, and he kind of like shakes his leg like a dog a little bit. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, yep. And then he just goes and washes his hands. And I was like, what the fuck? This old fucker is ripping ass, shaking legs. And then we went back and we, I don't know, went to fucking shitty,
Jerry
what was it?
I
Jerry
don't know,
duty.
what the fuck? I think he just had a stroke.
The Goblin King got me. And I had a question. So the blue and red door, was the blue door the correct door?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't
That's a good
know.
question.
Like, yeah, like
Like it led to certain death. Does that mean like the hole would like you just die down there because there's no way to get out? So that's certain death, or is it like the red door, like you fucking fall in a fire pit or something? I don't. I was wondering, and then like if the hands brought you back up, that means you're safe because there was more behind the hole she fell in. So would it bring her there? Then she could go to the castle. Like I was always like I'm wondering like which door was the correct door.
I don't know. That's a
You
good
guys
question.
Think of that.
I don't know.
Yeah, who gives a
Yeah,
fuck?
I don't know.
All right, now fuck it. It's gone. It's past. No one gives a fuck. All right. So what my next thing was with the knockers. I love the knockers because there's that one guy who I can't really hear because the knockers in his ears, and that one guy's got that big bulbous nose. I don't know, for some reason the way she like grabs it and it's like squishy. It like doesn't get me horny, but like it gets me feeling something. Like I love the way she kind of just grabs that honker and then makes him open his mouth to take the fucking ring. And I'm just like, oh man, that's what you would do like with a bitch, you know, kind of fuck her in the mouth and pinch her nose a little bit so she can't breathe. And you're just like, yeah, bitch, we're having a good time. And then, you know, no, I'm just saying, like, it kind of reminded me.
Yikes. I feel like every episode there's this moment where Chowder just like starts rubbing his dick and his fantasies just start coming right out of his mouth.
And we're all afraid.
He's just such a bulbous nose, and the way she
Now
grabs
I'm
it.
gonna have a nightmare.
I'm gonna fucking put a ring in your mouth. Grab your nose.
Jesus.
Lock your door, Bone. Lock your door.
I saw my baby.
I'll just be like, "Let me rule you." It's like mount your face.
Ugh, dirty nuts.
That's fucking terrible. Anyway, this movie, right? Crazy. And
Yeah.
but like, it was definitely a movie though with undertones. Like where you watched it and you're like, I can't believe this was made by Jim Henson, and I can't just believe like how crazy, like narcissistic, made something like have bad dreams, right? This guy it was, and then it's just like all the undertones of just like this creepiness, those hands that are groping the girl, and the fucking creepy furry guys, and I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was definitely different from what I remember as a kid. Like it was not as it wasn't as good, but it didn't like flow as much. Like I didn't like but I definitely think it was worth a watch again. So yeah, I'm trying to. I can't think of anything else. So I'm gonna give my rating. I think on the movie is it held up. It did, but like it wouldn't like be a movie like I gotta watch. So I think I'd give this movie. The songs are really good. I do like the songs. There were some good ones and there were some stinkers, but for the most part, it was pretty good. I think they picked Bowie, which I think was really good because he could sing, and he's got those fucking hips that move that don't make you fucking stop. Ooh, Bowie. And what? I would say I would give this movie. I would give it 3 dog dicks and a tip. 3 dog dicks and a tip. I think I'm going to give Labyrinth. Bone, what say you?
Well, I'm glad we fucking got that one out of you. Jesus. Really, that was a thinker. I love this movie. David Bowie wrote all the songs for this and performed. He was brilliant in this film. Jennifer Connelly, I think this might have been her first film. She was so good in it. She's a very good actress. And in general, I love the puppetry. It's the magicalness, but look at what a darkness. Like we're in the 80s. Like all these things, like the Dark Crystal and Willow, and Labyrinth.
Not a woman.
Never-ending story. Not a woman. The never-ending story, that moment when Atreyu can't get Artex out of the fucking swamp, and the horse dies. Teaching us dark lessons. I think this movie really just made you. Yes, you have to grow up, but you shouldn't lose that.
I like the director's cut.
Sometimes you have to have fun.
Kid, I like the director's cut of. Maybe we'll have to watch it. Who knows if we got it? But the director's cut of Neverending Story, like when his fucking horse is dying in the thing, he's like, Artex, I think his name is like the horse is like tugging on him and crying, and then he finally realizes that he can't save his fucking horse, so then he just goes, might as well get one out, and then fucking just jerks off on the horse as the horse sinks. Remember that scene? I think they cut it out though, and because it didn't make the movie flow as well. Do you remember? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to watch that.
I might have missed that one.
Yeah. He's just crying, so his eyes are crying.
You need
tears.
to get laid or something, kid.
His dick is crying cum as he squirts it onto the horse. Oh, Jesus, you're sick. All right, what were you saying?
Yeah. I don't even know. This movie was, I just love it. Like the songs. I'm a big fan of David Bowie in general. And so I thought I'd give this movie 4 dog dicks.
4 dog dicks. Nice. Very nice. Slopdog, how many dog dicks or hermaphrodite fucking goofies do you give it?
So, I like this movie too. They did a good job with the puppets and all that crap. But it bothers me what a narcissist this guy is. So I'm glad that she does overcome him in the end. But it really bugged me, and I'm like, that fucking prick. So I can't give it as many dog dicks as I guess I would have if I didn't realize that. So I'm gonna give it 3 dog dicks.
3 dog dicks.
Sorry, David Bowie, your package is lovely, but I can only give you 3 dog dicks.
R.I.P. David Bowie. And oh wait, a little bit of what? Ooh, what?
So altogether, we give this 3 dog dicks and a tip. Still a pretty good, not quite a
Right.
bona fide pounder, but still a very good film.
Yeah, decent. Run it by. Maybe I don't know. Your kids may not because we try. I can't even get my kids to watch the fucking Goonies, dude. Like I've tried multiple times. I'm like, I don't know why, but so I doubt I could never get them to watch Labyrinth either. But
Yeah, no,
so
we
different generations, man. They're not into this shit. And but I recommend. Bone, what do you got? Any good facts on this fucking film?
Sure. This movie was released in
All
June
right.
27th, 1986. I didn't check to see how much it
Oh,
made,
wait,
but I will
shit.
double check.
The facts of life. The facts of life. When you're watching a movie and you need some facts, the facts of life. The facts of life. There we go. Remember we're going to sing that song?
Wow.
I'm sorry, kid. Go ahead.
You might have to edit that.
I'll do it again. Hey, so kid, you got any good facts for us? Yeah? Something smells good in Stinkville. Give me the cat's ass. Yikes.
Doesn't feed the cat mitts.
Yeah. Hey, he's a cat anymore. Someone's been feeding the mints. Did Bone kill himself? Are you all right, Bone? He's like, I can't deal with this.
He just said that's it. I've had enough. He went to go find David Bowie.
Choked to death on his cock. Death like Bowie cock.
So Labyrinth, the budget was $25 million and it only made about $13 million at the box office. So it was disappointing, but for such a good film, for a Jim Henson film with David Bowie in it, you'd think that it would have been a huge draw, but I guess not.
I was reading somewhere, where it was kind of a bomb when it came out, but then it became a cult classic,
Oh, yeah. Well, it's one of those movies that it's so memorable. It's so weird. It's so interesting. And it's dark. It's fairy tale. But most fairy tales are dark. Like when you're panning through her room in the beginning, she's got like Grim Tales and she's got The Wizard of Oz. All those books are, they're darker than the originally people think. And yeah, so
I love like when she draws with the lipstick, like and that guy keeps changing. I think that little troll swears at her. He's like, "You motherfucking motherfucker!" Like he's like, motherfucking her.
Your mother's an aardvark.
Yeah, something. What the fuck's that bitch?
Anyway, IMDb gave it 7.3 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 77% for the critics, 86 for audience. Common Sense gave it 3 out of 5. Google users gave it 4.6. Letterboxd gave it 3.7. Metacritic was 50 for the critics, 7.9 for users. 50 out of 100 and then 7.9 out of 10 for users. And then Tasteless Adjacent gave it 3 dog dicks and a tip.
3 dog dicks and a tip. That's what we gave it. Yeah. So I guess it's like a 50-50 split, Watch if you want, watch if you don't. But kids may like it. They may learn some things about life. You never know. They're gonna learn what a fucking dick looks like. I'll tell you that right now. Fucking gobstopper on this fucking goblin man. You can find anything for fucking Chowder is at P1IPoo on both X and Instagram. P1IPoo.club has anything I've ever done, like in my past, songs, sketches or newish sketches coming up. And it also includes what we're doing now, which is kind of become the front runner of everything, is the Tasteless Adjacent. You can watch everything there. It goes the P1IPoo.club will go right to the YouTube page, and you can check out every episode on YouTube of Tasteless Adjacent at that link. So definitely check that out. Bone, for more just Tasteless Adjacent jazz, they want to check them out on the gram of Insta and all this other shit. Where can they find all that stuff?
Well, just like you said, on Instagram, you can check us out on Instagram and Facebook. And we do little updates, we do promos and stuff. So if you try to share a promo, that would be great. We'd appreciate it. In the future, we'll give you a sticker. And you can check us out wherever you get podcasts, on Apple, Spotify, Audible. If there's a platform that you listen to that you can't get Tasteless adjacent, but you'd like it, send us a message and we'll do our best. Thanks. To you, Slopdog.
Just like always, we appreciate your comments. We still appreciate any comments that people give us, good or bad. So even if you don't like us, give us a comment. We'll still talk about it. Tell us what movies you'd like to see. Would you like to see something else like Labyrinth? Did you think it sucked, or would you rather not hear about stuff like that, or whatever you want to hear about? Right?
You want to hear about a Bowie dick?
Would you like more musicals is what we would like to hear. Because we would like them.
Whoa.
So saith the shepherd, so saith the flock. Good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Your eyes can be so cruel, just like I can be so cruel.
Let me rule you.
What are you, some kind of dog, Dick? Dick.
Anyway, God bless David Bowie and his package. Jesus Christ. Yeah. That thing is like trying to get you. Every chance he gets, he's wearing spandex and he's like pointing it at you. I'm like, Jesus. Hey, this is a children's movie.
Yeah. I move my dick for no one.
Dance magic, dick magic, dick magic.
Stop that dick, man.
The porno version.
Oh man. Oh, David Flowey. I got
Labyrinth dick. I'm trying to think of this.
It's the dick all crooked.
It's all stretched out, crooked.
I saw my baby crying hard as babe could cry. What should I do?
My baby's long and gone. Is that how it goes? Long and gone? I think it's
And left my baby blue. Nobody knew.
He really gets it there.
What kind of magic spells to use? Slime and snails, or puppy dog's tails. Thunder or lightning.
And baby said, the kids ask.
I think we should just let Bones sing it.
Yeah.
I like musicals.
Oh shit!
Someone is keeping a secret.
You know, I didn't think of something
Stop
to say.
it. Nothing, tra la la.